here with Jim Hohenscheid at Club Motorsports in Tamworth, New Hampshire, and I just had the most incredible experience of my life. It is amazing the technical track that you have here. I had no idea what this was like.
We have over 700 feet of elevation change when you're on the track from the high point to the low point. So when you're driving this, it's a unique experience because you're going left and right and up and down. So it's 40 feet plus wide, tons of area that's referred to as runoff if you do leave the track, and all its safety features that would make an F1 grade track. So we want everyone to enjoy it, but also be incredibly safe.
Well, Jim, what we have found at Wicked Yankee TV and the adventures that we have is that motorsports is such a huge, growing demographic right here in this country. What do you think's driving this interest? I
think a couple things. One, the ability to be outside, having fun. It's something completely unique. Performance driving is not driving on the highway. It's not driving fast. It's experience a car in and around turns, up and down. The sense of, yes, acceleration, but braking. And it's something that everyone can do. You don't have to be, a pro golfer in order to shoot par here. You can drive and have a great time.
People say that there's no such thing as superheroes. That superhuman strength is only something you read about in comic books. They say men can't fly and they can't breathe underwater. That's because they don't know my dad.
The Navy SEAL Foundation is committed to supporting the warriors and families of naval special warfare. Join us at NavySealFoundation.org.
We're so excited to see this place. It's perfect.
Almost perfect. This hallway, it narrows a bit. I reached out to a contractor.
The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. The ethics to do the right thing, even when it's the harder thing. That's who we are.
Yeah, so my name's Tim Hafner. I'm one of the founding members of Fishtail Riding School. Started about 15 years ago. There was a core of us together that went back maybe 25 years at this point. And we decided to do the thing that we had been doing. We turned it into a standalone, and it's a riding school for basically anybody who's gotten their license up to somebody who wants to race. We have a place for you here. We'll make you a better, smoother, safer rider. And in the process, we built a really neat community, which is really the motivation for this whole thing. The origins of Fishtail go back 15 years, actually more, 25 years. Bruce, the one you rode with, he had a Ducati shop in Laconia, New Hampshire. And we would do track days through the dealership as a way to build community. And when he sold the dealership, we bummed around for a year and decided we really missed what we had. And so we decided, let's just incorporate and start it. So Bruce was one of the original ones, I was one of the original, and Roy, who you met at the gate, was one of the original. And then when Bruce decided it was time to move on to the next thing, Robbie stepped in Bruce's place. And now it's me and Robbie running it.
Hi, Robbie Nigel here. I am the other half of Fishtail. And today we're here teaching the police officers and state police.
The motor cops are really, really good at certain things. Mostly low-speed cone drill, that kind of stuff. The high-speed stuff they don't get trained for, and so they came in, they rode with us. That next spring they contacted us and said their accident rate had dropped 70% for the department. And we've had other departments say the same thing. The stuff they do with cone drills, it looks to me like they just switch physics off, do their stuff with I don't know how they do it, it's amazing. But it's very different at speed. You have to ride the motorcycle in a very different way. So that's what we do with these guys, is we focus on the higher speed stuff, which if you're in a chase, if you're those kind of things, that's That's what we're teaching them, and all of them have reported their accident rates statistics have dropped significantly since riding with us.
My name's Corey Amarante. I'm with the Waltham Police Department. We're taping up the motorcycles today because what happens is if they do go down, the glass goes everywhere. We want to make sure the glass doesn't go on the track and it keeps it safe for the other riders.
That's cool. Have you done this track before?
I have. This is my third time. This is one of our favorite tracks to come and do this at.
What do you expect to learn today being up here?
Being able to handle corners at high speeds, how to take the turns, how to handle the motorcycle.
I'm Patrolman Alan Brown with the Melrose, Massachusetts Police Department here as a member of the NHMS Motorcycle Unit from Massachusetts. I'm here to train.
And I'm Josh Quigley. I'm a trooper with the New Hampshire State Police. Here with Alan today with the NHMS guys and several other troopers. And we're going to enjoy another great day of training here at the track in Tamworth.
So we train once a month in theory, except for January and February, but we usually make up for that in the spring. We do multiple trainings in the spring, and then we do call-outs all throughout the year. So every guy here on the NHMS Motor Unit is used to riding beside each other. It doesn't matter which guy you get, what combination of officers, we can all ride side by side. We're all very comfortable riding together, and we train together every year. We take a driving test every spring to maintain our position on the unit.
So what's the hardest thing? Someone was explaining to me about driving side by side. You really have to have a great awareness of your bike. And
you do, but because of our training is key to everything. Because we do so much training, we're so comfortable riding side by side. It doesn't matter which two guys out of our motor unit you put side by side, and we do it well. We do it on the highway, we do it slow speed, fast speed.
So the number one emphasis for today beginning is teaching them how to get their body weight to the inside of the turn, which allows them to push the handlebars away from the turn, which keeps the floorboards and all that stuff away. It's a way to protect cornering clearance. The reason it's a challenge for them is the way that they do their cone drills, which most people have seen, is they push the bike down into the turn and then use the sound of the floorboard grinding to know where they are. It's sort of their gauge, their lean gauge. Works great at low speeds. At high speeds, it'll lift the tires right off the ground and it'll pitch you off to the outside of the turn and into the weeds. So that's the first thing that we're going to work on this morning, is how to sit on the bike properly to keep all those hard things away from the ground, which allows you more safety margin if something goes wrong, if you want to do more speed, whatever the case may be.
This was our first session, so you get a little bit of grindage on the floorboards. We're going to be working body position this round and getting off the bike so they don't grind the boards, and they'll be able to go through the turns smoother and feel more confident about how the bike is handling.
So the motors, they probably, with all the police gear, 800, 900 pounds. It is a huge amount of work to wrestle these things around all day. They're going to get a phenomenal workout.
My favorite thing is passing a New Hampshire State Trooper on the track.
Yeah. His favorite thing is dreaming about it.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American Airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
This is the United States Coast Guard. These are our people. These are the waters we protect. This is our home. We save lives while protecting our country. We live the mission every single day. No one else does what we do.
We're here with John Grush at New England Motorcycle Road Racing right in Loudon, New Hampshire. And this is an amazing weekend for you, John.
Yeah, it's great. It's the 99th running of the Loudon Classic, and we're really excited about it.
Can you tell us about the Loudon Classic? Because a lot of us don't know what that is.
Loudon Classic is the oldest road race run in the United States, which is pretty cool.
Holy cow! You mean the New Hampshire Motor Speedway has been around for 99 years?
The Speedway itself hasn't been around for 99 years, but the race itself has been run out of Loudon for 99 years.
Who are the people that actually come to NEMRR?
We have a big variety of people. We have from younger kids, women, and then we have a good core of, I'd say, 25 to 40-year-olds, and then we have a whole slew of 45-plus-year-olds racing here.
So what exactly do you do? Do you race on the weekends, or?
We race once a month.
Once a month?
And it's a 2-day event, and basically we run right about 15 races a day. Not races, I guess it's races, but there's 94 classes. So the Penguin Racing School, we have what they call a Penguin Mentor Program, and we take kids basically from 12 years old and up and get them involved in this program and get them involved in motorcycle road racing. And currently in the mentor program we have 2 women. Let's see, I'm trying to think. One's 17 and one's 18-year-old. And both of them have been with us for 3 years now, so they started pretty young. And we have 4 younger male athletes and riders. And so but 2 of the kids that graduated out of the mentor program are racing at the national level now and winning at the AMA national level, which is cool.
Well, last year I won the 500 Superbike Championship. I also placed second in the 500 Super Sport Championship, and this year there's a lot of competition. Unfortunately, I won't be here the rest of the year. This is my last round. I will be moving. But I'm very fortunate to be here with everyone for the first and second and third round, and I'm so happy to be here.
Hi, my name's Renee Franco. I'm from Terryville, Connecticut, and we're at the 99th running of the Loudon Classic.
When did you enter your first race?
My first road race, I think, was August 2019.
And how did you do?
Well, I was a novice, so I won that class at the time, but I wasn't going very fast back then, so I've made a lot of improvements since then. The last race I competed in was here at round 2, and I was able to win 3 out of 4 races.
That is freaking awesome. Okay, we cannot wait to see you and Brianna out on the track. This is a great sport. What would you say to people your age that wanting to get into it? What should they do?
I would definitely start by looking up the Penguin Road Racing School. It's an awesome program that got all of us kids here where we are. They're trying to bring more younger riders into the sport, and they do a fantastic job at teaching us.
Okay, so what do the kids at school say when they find out that you're racing these bikes? And this is so awesome.
Well, I actually graduated last year, but when I was in school, I didn't really tell anybody that I raced motorcycles because I just didn't really think anyone cared, so I kind of kept it quiet. We race tomorrow and Sunday.
So you can race tomorrow and Sunday?
Yes.
We're here with Eric Wood. He is one of the best riders on this course. Now Eric, you're just about to go out and hit the track, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so tell people what you're going to do.
I mean, right now we're just going out there and we're setting our pace for the weekend. We're going to go out there and try and get our settings down, just kind of get myself up to speed, and we're planning on racing tomorrow, so we're going to go out there and just basically, I'm going to get all my markers down, reestablish my brake markers. You know, I made a bunch of suspension changes between this event and the last event, so we're going to evaluate those, see how they affect traction and how the bike steers around the racetrack, and then come back, make more changes, and try and go faster tomorrow.
What are the turns that we should be looking at? Because I'm going out with Rick Doucette. I'm super nervous. What? I mean, I'm a mom. I haven't done this. What are the turns that we should be looking for?
I mean, Rick Doucette's a fantastic rider, right? He is the winningest rider in the history of this series. He's won over 100 Expert Championships.
Oh my gosh.
Been racing for 30 years. Rick and I started almost about the exact same time.
Oh my gosh.
And so some of the turns that are a lot of fun here, the bowl, okay? In the bowl, you'll understand what I mean when you get to the bowl. It is banked at 15 degrees. Lots of G-forces all the way around there.
Oh
really, really good time. Turn 1, is very, very fast. Even with you two up on the bike, you'll be going in there probably 120 miles an hour, and you can't see through it until you're in it.
Oh my God!
You pop by the pit wall, and all of a sudden the corner comes into focus. But Rick's a master in there, goes really, really well. The last one that's of very interest is the trip up the hill. It's a really sharp right-hand corner, and you go up right-hander over a blind cresting hill. Lots of fun.
Lots of fun, oh my God. I think I'm gonna have my eyes closed the whole time. But what's so cool is so many people from all over the country come here this weekend to the Laconia Classic, the oldest motorcycle race in the country. But they can come and experience motorcycle racing with coming to the schools here.
Absolutely, I mean, NEMAR, Northeast Motorcycle Road Racing Association, they run 7 events a year up here. They go from April all the way to October. We run a school prior to every one of them, and you don't have to be a racer to come. You can be a street rider. It takes about 10 or 15 minutes to get your bike prepped, and we even have an opportunity for riders who come and ride on Friday, take the school and really enjoy it, to come and spend a couple of races with the racing organization and experience what we call a Super Street program. It's fantastic.
Oh, well, we are so excited and so lucky. We wish you the best of luck out on the tracks, and I hope that I return in one piece.
You're in good hands.
Oh, thank you, Eric. Thank you.
Shane Narbonne, I've won the Laconia Classic 9 times.
Holy cow, how old are you?
32. The first time I won, I was 18.
When did you start riding?
1997.
Oh, how old were you?
7 years old.
And what did your parents think?
They loved it.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
So where do you live?
I live in Tingsboro, Massachusetts. So about 45 minutes south.
And how do you think your chances are tomorrow?
Pretty good.
Okay, I'm gonna get out of my gear. I'm gonna get into my leathers, my boots, my gloves, and my helmet. I'm going out with Rick Doucette. I know he's one of the best, but I am a little nervous because this track is insane and the speeds are phenomenal. So wish me luck. We're here with Rick Doucette. He is one of the most winningest, if you can say that, riders here at Loudon and in New England. He is a champion motorcyclist. He is going to take me out on the track today, and I got to say, I'm a little nervous.
You'll be fine.
Right. So just going over the curves, we're going to take it slow on the curves and relax, and then go fast on the straightaways.
If that's what you want to do. Slow is a relative term, but we're going to have some fun. The bike we're on is a Kawasaki 1000. Probably can reach speeds on the straightaway of 145. We'll probably stay under 130.
130? Oh my God! No. Well, the fastest I went at Club Motorsports is 110.
Okay.
Okay, so I was good with that.
We'll be good. We'll take it slow. If there's any problems, just give me a little nudge and we'll slow it down.
These are specially built thick leather motorcycle racing suits with thick elbows, extra thick knees, and added support. Everyone who enters the track at Loudon or on any other racetrack is required to wear these along with leather boots and leather gloves. It's called Superior Rider Protection. It gives the rider added abrasion resistance if and when they fall. When you push yourself to have the courage to get better, especially in a high-speed sport, sometimes you make mistakes. He was all right, by the way.
You did it absolutely perfect. I mean, right on the straightaways. How fast were we going?
Almost 120.
Holy cow, and I was holding on for dear life. But it really, I can see the years of experience that you have. How old were you when you first started riding a bike?
I was 5 years old.
No way, are you serious?
Yes. I've been riding motorcycles for 51 years.
Are you kidding me?
No.
So what would you say to people like myself that want to get into it? I mean, this was the most adrenaline rush and such a great thing. And being here at a school where we can learn is so important. What would you say to people wanting to get into it?
Come to the Penguin Road Race School. They have levels for everyone, beginners to top experts. You know, there's classes all through it. It's a great time. The one-on-ones, if you need a little bit more help or attention, we're here to try to make it a very good experience.
It is a great experience. Well, thank you so much for joining Wicked Yankee TV and sharing adventures with people all over the Northeast.
Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you. Thanks.
Thank you.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others. Join the fight.
Who is the best rider here?
Me. Really?
Jonathan.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah, I got first place every race I do.
Hi, I'm Jay Klieger. I own and promote the SMEC Supermoto Championship. We're the largest multi-region Supermoto Championship in the United States. We travel all over the East Coast. We go as far west as Wisconsin. Supermoto, if you don't know what it's about, it basically combines all disciplines of motorcycle racing. We get the aspects of road racing on the asphalt with the transition to motocross and flat track with a dirt section. Everybody's running dirt bike style tires, dirt bikes with road race slicks. It's an amazing sport. As you can see, we can set it up anywhere. In parking lots, we can set it up on purpose-built go-kart tracks with dirt sections. Yeah, it's just an amazing sport. If you have an opportunity to come check it out.
Hi, my name is Sergio Di Molfetta. I'm the owner of NEM Racing, New England Minimoto. Kids are between 3 and 12 years old. The program is very simple. Kids between 3 and 12, let's say, all they need is a mini bike from a Pee-wee 50 all the way to a 110 or 125. They do need DOT tires or slick tires, because the races are done asphalt and dirt. Protection, helmets, boots, leathers, or motocross gear, it's always a must. We care about safety and gloves. Goggles. I'm from Italy, and I got into motorcycles when I was 12 in Italy, and I came in the US when I was about 20, but I didn't start racing in the US until I was 32. First time here was because I did Penguin Racing School, which I'm part of it, and it was something very excited. I'd never been to a track like this before, so it was nerve-wracking but exciting because you don't know what to expect. Come and check out Penguin Racing School, NEMR. Try the sport. The sport needs to be supported by, there's a lot of bikers out there, but I will say 95% of these bikers, they never try the track, and once they try it, they're like, oh my God, I love this thing. I'll buy a bike and everything, and I'll try. Even not racing, you don't have to race. You can do track days, and it's still helpful for your street riding.
Well, you'll never meet a community as tight-knit and as friendly as this. So thank you so much for joining Wicked Yankee TV. This is a cool experience, and this is a great way to have your kids start on a new adventure by getting them involved in motorcycle racing.
Thank you.
Charlie Buffum, I'm from Peoria, Illinois. I'm SMEC 1 pro racer in the SMEC East Coast Supermoto Series, and we just took the first moto win of the SMEC 1 Open. That's the premier pro class. So had a heck of a battle with Shane Narbonne, 10-time Loudon Classic winner. So yeah, if you got some young kids that are looking to get into a motorsport, Supermoto is a great sport. You can go to your dealership and almost buy a motorcycle ready to go and come out here and get into a motorsport easily and affordable and get your kid racing something. And like you said, it'll change his life for the rest of his life.